So I got educated by a dog. Kind of humbling. So who's my next teacher, an armadillo? I was going through videos one night, started paying attention to dogs that were working dogs, whether they're cattle dogs or German shepherds, hunting dogs. And I started focusing on these dogs herding sheep, and Border Collies in particular. There was a couple of videos I was going through that I was absolutely amazed at their skill and precision and what they can accomplish heading out there with all those sheep, everything to manage, and with their master whistling at them or giving verbal commands or however they transfer information. But one way or the other, that dog was working and heading back and forth and doing his job and just go, go, go. After watching several videos, one of them seemed like it stopped right in the middle of the video, and the dog kind of stopped and stood up and looked at me and said, "Hey, do you not see what's going on here?" And I said, "What are you talking about? I'm trying to watch you herd sheep." And he said, "No, you don't understand. Pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on here." And I was, all right, well, let me start back from the beginning, see what you're talking about. So I started it over again and got a couple minutes through, and dog kind of kept looking at me, waiting for me to come to realization, wanted to come jump through the screen and thump me on the forehead. I finally went, oh, I get it. And the dog kind of smiled, and my wife said, "Who are you talking to?" I said, oh, no one. I just, for some reason, never mind. But I realized what I was actually watching. I was watching a dog get up in the morning, do that doggy stretch thing. They got some doggy yoga thing that they do, and do the little stretch where they're kind of walking forward and kicking their legs out as if they're tied to something, and doing the stretch and shaking off a little bit, maybe a little scratch here and there. He was ready to go and get in the truck. And you don't have to tell one of those dogs, one of those Border Collies, to get in the truck. They're already, as the door is swinging open, they're jumping in. And then as the dog jumped out to do his work, got a couple of directions from the master, open the gate, here come the sheep, go to work. Herding all those sheep all around, making sure they're all keeping in a flock, but keep moving those sheep all day. And that dog just run, and stop, left, right. Oh, some of the sheep got out over here. We're gonna go pull those things back in, and we're gonna go all day. And then at the end of the day, get them back into the pen, make sure everything's all legit, make sure everyone's comfortable, get them all tucked in, they're all fat, they're tired, they're ready to go to sleep. And dog jumps back in the truck and goes, maybe has his dinner, and goes gets in bed. He gets a good night's sleep, ready to do the same thing again the next day. Sheep don't wait for anyone, from what I'm told. So I started applying that my work. How I get up a little slower in the morning and already thinking about the day ahead, some of the negative things that I've got to take care of. But I realized what the Border Collie was telling me to approach your day at work. Get up, get something to eat, get in the truck, get to the job, get your work done, and go home and get in bed. I didn't see that Border Collie once chase a rabbit or a squirrel or look away. He was focused. He was intently focused on his work. He was taking direct commands without question. If the master told him to go left, he went left. Right, he went right. Crouch down, do the little crawl thing. And if you look real closely, it looked like he was smiling. Looked like he was having a good time. Not once did I see him complain about the 2 or 3 rebel sheep that always seem to want to wander off and do their own thing, that he has to every day go and, hey, you guys get back in line, get back over here, we're not going there. Kept them tight. Not once did I hear him complain. Not once did he run back to the owner and say, "Hey, can we talk? I got a couple of these sheep over here that give me trouble every day." No, he just manages it. Probably knows those sheep, and he probably sets up for it every day that I've got 2 or 3 that want to do their own thing, and I'll be ahead of them. I don't see him pointing to the hound dog laying on the porch going, "What about him?" What's he doing all day? Does he point to the lap dog? Does he motion over to the lap dog some way? However, dogs maybe give you the side eye or something, and look over at the lap dog sitting on the wife's lap and, hey, what's he doing all day? Never seen that. That dog showed me not to be concerned with anything else but my job and my work. That was extremely liberating when I started watching that and putting it into practice in my day. Get in the truck, go to work, get your work done, manage what you're responsible for, and go home. And don't worry about anything else. Who cares about Betty and accounting and what's the latest gossip with her? Who cares about the kid that bought the new truck that everyone's talking about and saying, oh, I don't think you could afford that truck. On his wages and everyone's so concerned whether this young kid buys a new truck, and now that's the talk. So I'm not focusing on my job. I'm wondering if he has. Asking him maybe what his interest rate was. I'm not worried about anybody else on the job. I don't care if a guy's leaning against the wall, if a guy's around the corner on his phone. It's me, and it's you. And if you focus on that, you'd be surprised. You put those blinders on and forget about everyone else and focus on your work. It's very liberating. And another thing what it does for you, it makes you much more productive, much more focused. You have the answers when asked, and you'll find yourself moving up. So that dog was a pretty good teacher. It's surprising. And as for the armadillo, I'll check in with the armadillos here pretty soon, because I'm sure I could find something. I'm sure I could find something that they could run by me, and I'll probably get something out of it. When that Border Collie goes and gets in his bed at night, he's out. He goes out in a second. A few minutes later, you look over and he's doing his little doggy run and twitches and all that stuff like that. It's pretty fun to watch. I've never had a working dog's owner tell me that he got up in the middle of the night with a dog just pacing the floor that couldn't sleep. I don't think any one of those dogs would come into the room and pull on the sheets and say, hey, you got something? Got a Benadryl? You got any kind of sleep aid? Got some Z-Quil I could choke down? I'm kind of hurting here and I got to get up in 2 or 3 hours. No, never. Sounds kind of funny. Not once will you wake up in the middle of the night and he's got the TV on because he can't sleep. Or he's pacing around, he's looking out the window, or he's trying to read a book. He's not laying on his back with his eyes open. He's asleep and he's dreaming doggy dreams. So when you're at work, think of that dog. Go watch a couple of those videos after you watch a couple more of mine. Just saying. See if you don't see what I saw. And see if you don't learn something from them. So after 45 years of being in the trades, I felt pretty good at what I did. I felt pretty confident. I knew what I was doing. I went to work every day. I did my job and I helped others with their job as well. And now I'm starting all over with this YouTube thing. I'm not as confident as a creator. It's hard for me to talk into a camera. It's hard for me to find all the buttons that I need to find to publish these videos. But I'm going to do it. I set out years ago not knowing much at all, not knowing virtually anything, and you just get on the job and you do it. And so I need you to like and subscribe and push all the buttons, do the ring the bell and comment and tell me your thoughts on this. Do you have a dog? Do you see what I do? Or like and subscribe my channel. That's all I ask, because I need to grow this channel. There's a lot of people that need to hear this kind of stuff. And put your comments down there, what you would like me to talk about next. I'd really appreciate it. I'm going to bring up what's in the comments and any other communication that you have, and we're going to talk about that. I've got a lot to talk about. I've got a lot to offer, a lot to share. I want to make your life a little bit easier, and your work life and anything else, by what I've learned. I've learned so many things through trial and error, through mistakes. And if I could help you not make some of those mistakes and to just advance forward easier, then I think it would be worth clicking a couple of buttons for me. because I need to get this channel moving. And I need to get it moving fast. Anyway, that's my thoughts for the day. I'll send another one here real quick. Thanks.